So far, we've listened to messages, we've read messages, but in today's world, many messages don't rely on words alone. Think about the last video you watched on TikTok, or a Facebook post that caught your attention, or even a campaign poster in your community. Without realizing it, you were already reading images, music, colors, and camera angles. Let's discover how. These are called multimodal texts. The word multimodal simply means using multiple modes of communication together. Instead of relying on words alone, multimodal texts combine images, sound, movement, text, and sometimes even music to communicate one message. That's why understanding a video requires more than reading captions. It requires reading everything. Here in the Philippines, multimodal communication is everywhere. A Sinulog festival vlog, a Department of Health public service announcement, a graduation AVP, a tourism advertisement, even the announcements shown during school assemblies. Every one of these combines visuals, sound, and words to influence how we understand the message. But have you ever wondered why one image catches your attention before everything else? That's where visual grammar comes in. Just as written language has grammar, visual communication has its own grammar. Visual grammar helps us understand why certain images make us feel inspired, worried, hopeful, or even uncomfortable. Designers, photographers, filmmakers, and advertisers intentionally use these techniques to guide our attention. The first idea is called salience. Salience simply means what stands out first. Your eyes naturally go somewhere before anywhere else. That isn't an accident. Color, size, contrast, placement all work together to guide your attention. Another important clue is the camera angle. Imagine taking two photos of the same person. In the first photo, the camera looks down from above. The person appears smaller, weaker, perhaps even lonely. Now imagine taking another photo from below. Suddenly, the same person appears taller, stronger, more confident. The person didn't change, only the camera angle did. And yet, our interpretation changed completely. The third clue is framing. Framing determines what the audience sees and what they don't. A close-up makes us feel emotionally connected. A wide shot may make someone appear distant or isolated. The frame silently tells us what deserves our attention. Let's return to Anna one more time. This time, not as readers, not as listeners, but as viewers. Watch carefully. Notice that the camera stays at eye level. This creates a feeling of equality. Neither Anna nor Bea appears more important than the other. Now listen to the background music. A soft acoustic guitar quietly plays. The music doesn't tell us what happened, it tells us how to feel. Finally, notice the message on the screen. Respect begins with listening. Placed directly in the center, it immediately becomes the most important visual element. Every decision, the camera, the music, the text, works together to communicate one clear message. Respect begins with listening. Notice what just happened. We didn't change Anna's message. We changed the lens we used to examine it. First, we listened. Then, we read. Now, we analyze the visuals. Every lens revealed something new, and together, they helped us understand the message more deeply. By now, you've learned that meaning doesn't come from words alone. Sometimes it's hidden in a pause, sometimes it's found in a sentence, and sometimes it's communicated through a single image. But there's one final piece of the puzzle. Even when two people see the same message, they may not understand it the same way. Why? because every person views communication through the lens of their own experiences and culture. Let's explore that next. So far, we've explored three different ways to uncover meaning. We've listened carefully, we've examined written texts, and we've learned to read images and videos. Now it's time to put everything together into one simple kit you can use whenever you encounter a new message. Instead of carrying books, they're carrying the communication toolkit. Different types of communication require different strategies. When listening to spoken texts, pay attention to tone, pauses, and silence. When reading written texts, look for the topic sentence and supporting details. When analyzing multimodal texts, observe what stands out, how the scene is framed, and how visuals and sound work together. Think of these strategies as tools. You don't use every tool all the time. You choose the one that best fits the situation.